Welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell, Youth Services Director at the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. Before I get started, I want to thank TV 47 for allowing us to do this program and let you know about events in our community that connect with us at work. And today, I'm very excited. Lauren Layton is joining me from Sylacauga High School Theater Department. We're going to talk about their virtual production of Charlotte's Web. So thank you, Lauren.
Thank you for having me.
I know your kids are there waiting for you at school.
They are, but they're in very good hands learning musical theater with Mr. Tidwell.
Oh,
so.
great. Well, that's
Yes.
wonderful. That's
Yes.
wonderful. Well, before we get started, tell about yourself. Most people probably know you.
Sure, yes. I've been in the community for a little while, most of my life. I'm Lauren Layton. I'm from Sylacauga. My parents are Brian and Laura, and I'm married to Andy Layton recently. So, and I work at Sylacauga High School, and I run their theater department.
That is exciting.
Yes.
I'm so glad the high school has theater back. I'm so tickled.
Yes, we've been building this program for the last 5 years from the ground up, so we are very excited about the revitalization of the program.
Now we're here to talk about the virtual production of Charlotte's Web, one of everyone's favorite books, I think. It's one everybody
It's a precious
loves.
Story.
Now, why are you not doing this live? I think we probably know the answer to that.
COVID-19.
Yes.
I'm so sick of that.
I know. Aren't we sick of talking about
Yeah,
it?
so, you know, people are doing live theater right now. They're taking great precautions. However, with the nature of this school year, things are constantly changing. Schedule changes. You never know if they're going to have to shut us down at some point.
Right.
So when we were planning this early in the fall, we had no idea what this year was going to look like, and we said it's going to be best for us to purchase virtual rights rather than in-person rights, because if we had to, we could film from home via Google Meets or Zoom and make it happen that way. So we felt that that was necessary.
That's great. And that's something you can't decide 3 weeks before the show.
No, you cannot.
I didn't think about buying the rights to it, but you have to do everything legally.
You do.
That's great.
You do.
So when is the production?
It's going to be January 21st through the 24th. We'll have 4 performances. The 21st through the 23rd will be virtual at 6:30 p.m. and then that Sunday, the 24th, will be at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Tell us about tickets.
Tickets, you can purchase those at SylacaugahS.booktix.com. That's BOOKTIX.com. Yes, they've got it right there. Perfect.
Good.
Yes, ma'am, and they're on sale now.
Right. $5 a
$5 for an individual and $10 for a family.
Great. That's wonderful. And I tell you what I thought about, you know, I would love to go see a live production. Not everybody would, but I think, well, you know, I'm just going to put on my pajamas and get me some hot chocolate and curl up on the couch with a blanket and watch this.
Yes, it's quite convenient. You can curl up at home on your laptop, your computer, your TV, however you want to stream it, and you can watch the production from home. It's only about an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
And we'll give you an intermission for those little ones that need a potty break.
That's good to know.
Yes.
That's good to know.
Yes.
Well, how fun. Well, I know this is so different. How have your kids, how have you arranged rehearsal schedules and all of that?
It's been one of the biggest puzzles, honestly, that we have ever put together.
Here's a rehearsal, too.
Yes, there's a rehearsal. That's actually, they're practicing. One of the actors actually falls into the pig's trough. Okay. And that day when she fell into the trough, it flipped over.
Oh, okay. That's why you practice.
That's why you practice.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, ma'am. So it's been quite a challenge putting that rehearsal schedule together, and it's constantly changing because we've never done a virtual production before. It's a learning process, and so when you're planning for a filming day, which we're actually filming the first act after school today.
Oh,
so
good.
yes, so when you're planning. Preparing this virtual production and then filming it rather than a full-fledged production all at one time, it's very different.
There's a lot of the work behind the scenes. I'll interrupt you a minute.
Yes,
oh,
we were
goodness.
building the platforms. We actually, those ended up being too heavy, so we had to adjust how we did our set, which was fine. It ended up turning out better than we had planned. So
great. That's wonderful.
Yes. And there is Philip Butts. He's playing Wilbur the pig at rehearsal. With his mask on.
Yes.
That's been another struggle, trying to work through the masks and have the children project. And I call them children. I feel like they're mine. They're teenagers.
They are yours. They are.
But having them project and enunciate through a mask is another difficulty to work through.
Right.
But
and I know when we emailed back and forth that projecting your voice facial expressions
Yes.
with a mask
With
on.
a mask
You
on.
can't see a smile. And I know you won't do the production with the mask.
we will not. They
Right.
will wear masks backstage when they're in a grouping, but none of them are ever that close on stage for 15 minutes or more. So
Right.
it's okay for them to not wear their masks just for that filming day. But in rehearsals, we have taken every precaution, and they have not rehearsed without their masks on. So
Very difficult facial expression. I can't imagine.
yes, we'll see today
teaching
what
that.
those look like.
I'm sure it'll be great.
I'm sure it will too. They do an excellent job. I'm very proud of them. They've had such a tough year working through COVID-19 and this pandemic and all the changes that they've had to endure. So they've got great attitudes, and I'm thankful to provide some sort of opportunity for performance and activity.
That's great. And I'm so glad I haven't enjoyed COVID, but it has taught us to be flexible and new ideas and different ways of doing things.
That is true. I talked to my kids the very first day of school that my word for the year is grace, and that they are going to have grace with me, just like I'm going to have grace with them, because things are going to constantly change, and they have
Changed just like that. Really, yes.
Absolutely.
Well, I know I interrupted you a few minutes ago when the thing came up, but we were talking about rehearsal schedules. I know
Yes.
at first half the kids were there Monday, Tuesday, the other half Thursday,
Yes.
Friday, and then now they're
Yes.
there 4 days a week.
Yes, it started that way. We had half the kids at one time. The other half of them would tune in via video on Google Meets, and then we would flip-flop the other half of the week. Now we're on a schedule where I have them 2 days a week. Most of them are in person. We still do have some that would come in via video, via Google Meets. And then we have after-school rehearsals where they're all able to come in together and rehearse. So,
And that's difficult with football and band and basketball
It
and all of
is.
those
Trying to plan a rehearsal schedule around 19 different students
Yes.
and all that they're involved in has been quite a challenge. But that's the challenge with anything that we ever do. So we're
That's
used
true.
to making those accommodations and
And
try
I
to meet
want-
those needs.
I'll tell you, the kids are learning to manage their time, I think.
They
You
are.
have to-
They are. You know, that is a learning process, and committing
true.
themselves maybe to too many things because they want to try new things, and you know, this is how they find out where they fit and what they love to do, and so it's a learning process, that's for sure.
Well, that is awesome. We're going to pause for a commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Lauren.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Hey, I'm Jim Adele at Sarah Automotive in Sylacauga. It's the holiday season, and at Sarah Honda, Sarah Nissan, and Tony Sarah Ford, we're putting the giving back in Thanksgiving. During our giving sales event, when you purchase any new vehicle, you'll get either a 50-inch TV or $200 in cash to pass along to someone in need or a favorite charity. Happy Thanksgiving from Sarah Automotive, Highway 280 in Sylacauga. Don't miss our huge Thanksgiving sales event going on now.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Lauren Layton. She is an English teacher and theater teacher at Sylacauga High School. And this is your, how many years have you been?
This is my 5th year.
Your 5th year.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, I know we've talked a lot about the production. It's Charlotte's Web, and it's coming up January, there it is.
21st through the 24th. Yes,
Right,
ma'am.
Great. Now, are you doing this alone? Do you have other departments that partner with you, other teachers?
We are partnering. In fact, we actually have a student director, our very first student director, Jeremiah Chalkley, who is doing a lot of the artistic work, who's doing the blocking for the production. He's done a fantastic job, especially for his first show. And we are partnering with our multimedia department within the CTE department at the high school, and Jake Elliff and his filming students. So we're excited about that collaboration.
So what are they doing for y'all? They're doing the filming?
They are doing the filming. They also did the animation for Charlotte's Web. So instead of having a literal web, we wanted to use some advanced technology, which has been another learning curve.
Yes,
how do we make this work? How do we project it and make it look believable? But we're having an animated web so that the words can be spelled out. That way.
Goodness.
So it's very neat. It's very neat. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
And that's something you couldn't do if it were not virtual. So that's that's a
well, no,
blessing.
we could do it live. We could do it live.
Oh, wow.
Yes. But it's interesting to have it virtual as well. So
that is, and I think it's that's such a wonderful thing that it's not just helping the students in your class. It's helping the other students that are doing real. I mean, this is for real.
Yeah.
It's not just for a project.
No.
It's for an actual production.
it is.
That
It
is great. Y'all
Yes.
partner with a lot of those. You said you might do some more of that in the future.
We hope to, yes.
Planning.
We're planning. We're in the very beginning stages. We've been talking about some future opportunities to potentially offer acting for the camera, film production, things of that nature. So we're very excited about what's in the works.
That is great. Theater is not all on stage. I know there's a lot behind the scenes.
There's so much behind the scenes in regards to the various areas of design and now partnering with Jake Elliff and his department. There's a whole new element that we're able to offer in terms of animation and projection and things of that nature. So we're excited.
That's awesome. And I know you have backdrops, you have costumes, you have makeup. all of
Yes,
that.
yes, and it's something that I've talked about before. I remember when I was here for Narnia, when we did that
Yes,
several
yes.
years ago, we talked about how, there are so many decisions that each designer and director have to make in regards to what eyelashes a unicorn wears to what the entire set looks like, what the costumes look like, and how we work together to make them one cohesive looking product. So it's a big monster and we love it.
Oh, that's great. Well, Jeremiah Chalkley is getting a big dose of all of that
He is
right
getting
now.
a huge dose of that. And I will say that our students have had so much grace and respect for him in his position. It's difficult to be a student and have another student be essentially your boss and telling you what to do, and also it being his first time doing it. They've had such grace and patience with him, and I'm so proud of them. They've worked so well together.
That is wonderful. I'm so glad.
Yes.
Now, you said this involves about 19 students.
Yes.
Are there some younger children I know that are the voice?
Yes, we actually have 3 students that are going to be joining us. It will be Mary Charles Owens, Colin Wright, and Bo Wright. They are in school at Pinecrest in Indian Valley, and they're going to join us and play Charlotte's baby spiders. So you will see, you won't see them, you'll hear their voices, but they are there and very much important. So
Oh, how fun.
we're thankful to have them.
Future theater students for
Oh,
you.
yes, I can't wait for them to be at the high school. Although they're my babies, so I don't want them to grow up either.
Oh, I know. That's a tough call there.
It is.
Oh, gosh. Well, I know this is so, I think theater is important to students, and this is such a great experience for them. Why is it so important? I mean, I have my ideas, but
Yes,
that's kind of a broad question.
I think that the importance, gosh, if I could give you a listing, it's innumerable. They find their place. For a lot of them, they don't have a place. Maybe they're not athletic. Maybe they're not necessarily musical, but they are good behind the scenes, or they are fantastic actors. And so it gives them a place to fit in. But not only that, I think of theater in a way as a form of therapy. A lot of these kids, they don't have fantastic home lives, and so they get to be in somebody else's shoes for a little while as they rehearse, and they get to play, and I think that that's exciting, and it's a wonderful outlet for them. And in addition, it offers them the opportunity to develop empathy and see how someone else experiences life and their situations, and I could go on, but I feel
that's
that
wonderful.
that it's very important in the lives of our children.
That is great. It gives words to what they feel
Exactly,
sometimes.
exactly. And it expands their vocabulary, expands
That's
their,
true.
their reading comprehension skills, and delving into a character and analyzing decisions and why characters make the decisions that they do. Again, I could talk about it forever, but
Books are the same way, so we share that.
yes, we share that in common.
That is true. That is
Yes.
awesome. That's great. Well, I know that's why it's so important to them. And I know some of them, if they plan to go on to college, maybe they don't want to major in theater,
Right.
but there are scholarships available.
There
I know
are
in the
scholarships
arts, music, I mean, chorus and band and theater,
Yes, yes.
dance.
I know for certain, we actually have some students who are right now, they're pursuing theater in college, which is wonderful.
wow.
But not only that, I mean, the skills that you learn from theater, no matter where you are, whether it's community theater or high school theater, anywhere, you're learning valuable skills for life. And I think people, they don't realize that. You know, we're
That's
learning
true.
time management skills. We're learning to meet deadlines. We're learning to be detail oriented, and those are necessary skills that they need to have. But like you said, there are scholarships available for college, and not just in theater arts, but in other areas as well.
That's
So,
right. And I think too, if you go for a job interview,
absolutely.
speaking skills, how to talk to people, how to look at people,
Make eye contact, and
Yes.
that's an issue, I think, especially with our generation. And this is one of the things that I talk about a lot in class, is that, you know, we're so glued to our technology that, you know, this generation's communication skills are low.
I'm sure.
Comparatively, you know, because the rise of technology, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but they're always glued to those stinking cell phones, and I'm guilty of it too.
Me too.
I am.
Sorry, even at my age.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes, but they are communicating via text and not making eye contact and having human conversation, and that truly affects them. And so theater is another outlet to kind of remedy that situation as well.
Most jobs involve, I say most, a lot of jobs, my job is, but you know, hi, welcome to the library, can I help you? Or welcome to McDonald's, or you know, wherever. Maybe it's not your career, but it's a job.
Right.
So, yeah,
Exactly.
a lot of
And so
things.
even those, you know, beginner theater students who are terrified to talk to anyone or speak in public,
Right.
it helps develop those skills, and they're not as scared to speak out and to have a conversation.
Right. That's awesome. That's a lot to learn.
It is.
That's great. Well, we're going to pause for another commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Home making you sick? Moisture and unsafe air from your crawl space can infiltrate your home, causing health hazards and high utility bills. Ox Foundation Solutions can remedy any mold or mildew problem in your home. It's time to get strong. How strong? Ox Strong. Get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Hey, I'm Jim Adele at Sarah Automotive in Sylacauga. It's the holiday season, and at Sarah Honda, Sarah Nissan, and Tony Sarah Ford, we're putting the giving back in Thanksgiving. During our giving sales event, when you purchase any new vehicle, you'll get either a 50-inch TV or $200 in cash to pass along to someone in need or a favorite charity. Happy Thanksgiving from Sarah Automotive, Highway 280 in Sylacauga. Don't miss our huge Thanksgiving sales event going on now.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Welcome back. I'm talking with Lauren Layton from Sylacauga High School. You're in English, musical theater, and I found out also a dance teacher.
Yes.
Oh, that is exciting. So I know you teach an English class,
I do.
right? Musical theater, and there's several, or is it musical theater or just theater?
I teach both. I teach
Oh,
both. Yes. So we
okay.
have musical theater, technical theater, theater 2 for our advanced students. I also
Okay.
teach ballet and English.
My goodness.
Yes.
Ballet now, is that new?
That's
this
new.
year?
This is the first year that we have actually done this. Guidance approached me and they said, we need some more beginner elective courses, and I said, well, I can teach dance. I love to teach dance. That's actually where I got my start. So they were like, let's do it. And now we have ballet, which is wonderful.
I think that is great.
It's
I know
awesome.
A lot of times, because I've worked when my children were taking dance or things like that, and it's hard, you know, their class has to be at a time when I can take you,
Right.
when I'm not working. So having it during school, that's wonderful.
It's very helpful. Students who wouldn't ordinarily get the opportunity to take a class are able to do that. And then some are even, you know, getting used to the idea of being in ballet, and they're like, I want to go and pursue this, you know, recreationally outside of school and take it a studio, which is the idea that, you know, we can work in conjunction with other studios in the community, so that, you know, we have students in the class that are taking ballet and other classes at other studios, and so we can kind of work together to hone in on their technique.
Right, a little more practice there.
A little more practice. Never hurt anyone.
And now you can add dance to some of your productions, too.
Absolutely, and we
as
do.
the time goes
We
on.
do. Yes, Mr. Tidwell and I are collaborating and have collaborated for the last 5 years on choreography for production. So, but I think that ballet is a nice addition to that.
That is wonderful. Now you work with him,
Yes.
Martez, musical theater, and he
Yes.
does show choir,
He
chorus,
does.
all of that.
I don't know how he does everything that he does, but he is incredibly talented, and we
He's
are
a
blessed
great
to have him at the high school.
So there are several fine arts classes at the high
yes,
school.
yes. We have our department has grown significantly from, you know, when I was in high school there, it was almost non-existent.
Band.
And band. Samuel Childs does an amazing job with our band. Jimmy Reynolds, who does visual arts at the middle school and at the high school level. Taylor Mullis, who does band at the middle school and works with us at the high school as well. So we have a fantastic fine arts leadership group. So
And
we're
y'all all
excited.
y'all all work so well together.
We do. We have a fantastic team, and I know I can speak for at least the high school level that we work really well together, and I don't see how we could do it without one another.
I think
that's very important for us.
Oh, goodness. Well, I found out about your production by following Aggie Theatre on Facebook.
Yes.
So please do.
Yes,
Find
please
out-
follow us on Facebook. We also have an Instagram, so if you want to follow SHS Aggie Theatre on Instagram, we post there as well, so you can stay up to date with all of our many activities and those of our other fine arts programs.
That's right. I do something else. I thought maybe band or chorus or something.
Yes.
I don't know. But I like to know what's going on because I
Yeah.
want to know what's happening.
Yes.
And that's where I found out about Charlotte's Web.
Well, we certainly encourage that, and we appreciate you following us.
You're welcome. No, I enjoy it. We'll go over one more time how to buy the tickets and
Yes.
when it is. The production is in January. We're a little bit early, but we want you
We're
to
a
get
little bit
ready.
early, that's right. It is January 21st through the 24th. There will be 4 productions. You can catch it on the 21st through the 23rd at 6:30 p.m. and the 24th at 2 p.m. You can get your tickets at SylacaagaHS.booktix.com. And tickets are available now.
Right. Very easy to purchase.
Very
Just
easy to
online.
purchase, yes.
Contactless.
Yes,
That's a
and
word.
you receive the link in your email to access that stream once it goes live on the night of your production. Very
Okay,
easy.
Good. You said it's about an hour and 15 minutes.
About an hour and 15 minutes. We will do a 5-minute intermission for those little
break.
ones to take that little potty break.
Right. But I'll tell you, this story, it is not just for children. I
No, it's
love
not.
this story.
It's not.
It's a wonderful, touching story.
It really is.
Well, that's how COVID has affected theater here in Sylacauga. But how has it affected theater all over?
It shut theater down completely for an extended period of time, and in fact, even Broadway is still shut down and will continue to be indefinitely. They've extended their shutdown to May 2021 for now.
My goodness.
Yes, I can't imagine the hardship that they are facing. I do have some friends that I went to college with. Obviously, as a theater major, I have friends that live in New York.
Oh, you do?
And so it's affected them immensely. And those that are, dressers on Broadway have to go find other employment.
Oh, goodness.
It's difficult. It's very difficult. But, they're making it work. We're doing virtual productions and trying to do theater that way. So
That's good. easier, I mean not easier, safer for the performers and for the
Yes.
audience.
Yes.
That's great. Well, I am very excited about this. I think this will be neat. Let's go over some of your, Wilbur is Philip Butts. We
Yes.
saw a picture of him
Yes.
rehearsing. And Fern, oh, I love
Taylor
her.
Manley,
Yes.
yes, she's precious.
I know they have really, I would hope most of them have read the book or seen the movie or heard it.
Yes,
So
they
I
know the story. They know the story.
Right.
Absolutely.
Have they meshed together as a cast? kind
Yes,
of?
they've really come together. In fact, I will say that even in real life, Charlotte and Wilbur already have that kind of mother-son relationship. You know, you've got to have those students that are wild and crazy, and that is Philip Butts, and I love that kid. And then you've got that Taylor Allen who's like, hey Philip, we need to calm down, and I'll pick you up for rehearsal, and so they have that precious relationship, and I think that you're going to see that relationship come to life on the stream for the production. So they work really well together.
That is exciting.
It is.
What's coming up in the future? And I know that's a bad question because of COVID.
It's okay. It's up in the air. Obviously, we don't
Right.
have production names at this time.
Sure, yeah.
We do have the annual Thespian Fest that we'll be offering for our Theater 1 students. Those are our beginner
Okay.
theater students. So they do a scene festival. And we'll have our ballet students will perform a piece at the scene
good,
festival. So that'll be
good.
great. And then we'll also do a musical theater showcase for what they've learned in class this year in conjunction. So
Will
we're
those
excited.
be just for the students or will they be available
They will
for,
be available for the public to see.
for the public?
We won't charge for tickets for those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll be open to
Well,
the
how
public.
fun.
Yes, ma'am.
That'll be great.
Yes.
I am very excited about this. Like I said, I just want to make me some hot chocolate,
Yes.
curl up on the couch in my pajamas, and my husband and I watch Charlotte's
And we
Web
encourage
together.
you to do that.
Yes, how fun. Well, we've got about a minute or so left. What's going on? I know the high school is still going really well. Everything, you know, students are coming, and I know it makes it difficult for practice, but I'm trying to think of what, I can't even put into words really what I want to ask you. Just, y'all are making it work, though.
We
It's more
are.
of a statement, not a
We
question.
are.
Y'all
We
are
are
making it work.
We are, and I think that that's one thing that we've learned this year is we've got to be adaptable to whatever is happening. And I will say, you know, our rehearsal schedule changed many times, and not just because of the nature of the schedule at the high school. You know, moving from a period schedule to an alternating block, but also changing schedules because props didn't come in time, or costumes didn't come in time,
Yes.
or building the set took longer, or technical difficulties that because we're doing new things that we've never done before, you discover that this is not going to work. So we've got to adapt and make it work. So it's been a constantly evolving process, but again, like you said, you just have to make it work.
Everybody has learned that, haven't they?
Yes,
Everybody
yes,
has learned it.
and we certainly have.
Gosh. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I just
Yes.
appreciate this, and I encourage you to get your tickets,
SylacaagaHS.booktix.com.
Booktix.com. Get your
Yes.
tickets online for the production January 21st
Through the 24th.
Yes. You can find out about it on Facebook or in Instagram, and share with your friends and tell them.
Yes,
So thank
please
you,
do.
Lauren. I'll let you get back to your students.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for joining us on Library Connect.